Hey everyone, welcome to the Costume Jewelry Chronicles with Lynn and Carrie. Each episode we will feature a new vintage costume jewelry designer and talk a little bit about jewelry reselling. We hope you enjoy. Welcome everyone to the Jewelry Call. It is Tuesday, February 4th, and we're talking wedding cake and Millefiori beads today. I'm going to share my screen and then we'll do questions after this. Let me get situated here a minute. Talking Venetian beads, wedding cake beads, Millefiori, that type of thing. But first, we're going to give some definitions of the difference between Venetian beads and Murano beads. There is a slight variation in them. So a Murano bead is specifically made on the island of Murano, and that's near Venice, Italy. And Murano is famous for its centuries-old glass-making tradition. And genuine Murano beads are handcrafted by artisans using techniques passed down through the generations. They're often stamped with authenticity certificates or sometimes labels, and usually more expensive. They're created using the traditional lamp working techniques, and they incorporate gold and silver leaf, swirls, and intricate designs. Now, Venetian beads is more of a broader term that refers to beads made in Venice, including those made in Murano. However, some Venetian beads may be produced outside of Murano by artisans in other parts of Venice. That's where it kind of gets a little confusing. So these may be mass produced and are more affordable than the actual Murano beads made on the island. They can include Murano styles, but may also feature other Venetian glass techniques, sometimes less intricate. So all Murano beads are Venetian beads, but not all Venetian beads are Murano. I hope that makes sense, because that's important. But it's really hard to tell the difference between some of them because they're all made by Italian artists and they all pretty much know what the other ones do. I think the secrets are all out. So first we're going to talk a little bit about wedding cake beads. And they originated in Murano, obviously, in the early 20th century, though some sources suggest the 19th century. These beads were popularized during the 1920s to 1950s and became a staple of Venetian glass bead craftsmanship. They're made using this lampwork glass technique where glass rods are melted over a flame and then they're shaped into beads. And they're crafted primarily from Murano glass, which is known as a higher quality composition, and they had vibrant colors. And as I mentioned before, these beads are hand decorated with swirls, floral motifs, gold and silver foil embellishments. Murano artisans often embed real gold and silver foil inside the glass layers. I think that's what makes them distinct and unique, giving the bead a kind of a luminous, glittery effect. And these beads contain, or some beads contain aventurine, which is a copper infused glass that creates this glittery effect, just like the gold and silver foil did. And some of the handcrafted imperfections that they have, like true Murano beads are crafted individually, so they're going to have slight variations in their shape, their size, and their decoration. They do have intricate details, so authentic beads have delicate raised is a good thing to remember. They're raised floral designs that appear well formed and artistic, not rough and haphazard. They have a smooth glass surface, so the bead's base should be smooth with an even glossy finish that doesn't feel grainy or cheap. Murano glass is known for its richness and clarity, so cheap imitations tend to look dull and overly plastic-like. The bead holes are something to look at. They should be well finished, not rough or jagged. Lower quality versions often have poorly drilled holes. So if you look at this piece right here in the middle, this green one, this is about the only picture I could really find that showed the distinct look that I was trying to explain here. It has a clear, almost rounded off hole, and you can kind of see the wrapping of the glass on some of these beads. This is a true Murano piece. Um, the color clarity also affects the bead. Authentic Murano beads usually have consistent coloring throughout the bead's core. So you see how the green is all solid and it's a good solid color, where fakes sometimes have a different colored interior in the holes. Like in here, it'll be a different color. They're also characterized by the raised floral decorations resembling icing on a wedding cake. That's where they got their name. Traditional color palettes include pastel shades like pinks, blues, and whites, as well as darker jewel tones. Authentic wedding cake beads are still handcrafted in Murano today, but their production has really declined. Comparisons are companies such as Murano Glass Jewelry and Venice Glass Beads still produce authentic wedding beads today, but at lower quantities. And then we have the modern day versions, which are reproductions, and they're also made in other countries like China and India, but these are lower in quality. You can just see the difference right here. Chinese and Indian copies tend to have thicker, bulkier decorations, and they're sloppier and overly bright, unnatural colors. And you can see here is that coloring that's on the inside. It's actually a bead release agent. That's what gets it off the rod. So they're still lampwork beads. They just are just not as clean cut as the Murano beads. So my final thought on wedding cake beads is they are highly collectible, especially those from the mid 20th century. Or you should be able to tell a Murano bead over a Indian and China bead, I hope now. And then we're going to talk about Millefiori beads, which another name for it is thousand flowers. Millefiori is the Italian word for thousand flowers. So they are made on with glass rods with intricate cross-sectional designs, and then they're sliced into thin discs. And then these slices are arranged in patterns on the rod under the torch. And then they're fused and shaped into these beads. Millefiori, which means a thousand flowers, and some people call them mosaic beads. They trace back to ancient Mesopotamia and Egypt around the 1400 BC. And the Romans later refined it and produced colored glass mosaics. And then Venetian glassmakers, particularly in Murano, revived and perfected the Millefiori glass bead making in the 15th century. And then by the 19th century, these beads became a major Venetian export. They traded across Africa, Middle East, and the Americas. And Murano glassmakers are still making Millefiori beads. Other regions like India, China, West Africa are now producing similar beads using both the traditional and modern techniques. So here's an example of Venetian beads. They have intricate floral patterns and rich colors, and they're somewhat traditional. And then you have African. So you can kind of see the difference between these. These are used historically for bartering purposes, often featuring geometric and floral designs. You can go back, just kind of see the difference between them. And then we have contemporary Millefiori beads. These are the modern interpretations of them, including abstract designs, something like these over here, hearts, and customized motifs. These are still made in Murano, Italy today by master glassmakers using their traditional methods, but in reduced production. And global artisans and factories in India, China, and Ghana now produce Millefiori inspired beads for jewelry and art. And here are some examples of just Venetian beads. There's so many varieties of Venetian beads. And this is just a real small view of what they make. And these right here, they call these submersible beads. They look like there's little specks it almost looks like water, like they're submersed in the water. That's how I try to remember submersible beads. And that's the extent of that. I hope you got a little bit of a view of wedding cake beads and Millefiori and the differences between them.
Yeah, that was interesting. You can actually tell the cheaper ones from the nice ones. Those were great pictures showing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you have any questions, throw them out right now. I'm just going to share my screen again, but feel free to ask me whatever. Can everybody,
raise your hand?
sorry, I shared the wrong screen again.
Can you hear Lynn?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, Lynn keeps going up and down with her hands. I don't know why she's
No,
not.
actually, that was me because I pulled out some beads that I wanted to know if they were, because it's hard to tell, especially if they're well made, if they're knockoffs or what.
Yeah, that's so true. Boy,
So
that's all red. You're
I know, sorry.
um can you look at are they Millefiori or wedding cake beads?
So these I think are the wedding here. Let me hold up a
White paper or something behind it?
yeah. Okay. Here, let me put the better light on.
Yeah, that's better. So does it look like it's wrapped? It does from my view. Yeah, you can kind of see the ridges in it. And is the hole clear? It looks like it.
But it's not transparent.
You mean
So
the base
yeah,
color?
yeah.
I think it looks like a Murano. It did to me from this view. If you have pictures you want to share that, would show
No,
it closer.
these came in a lot and they were loose. So I just held them aside thinking, okay, maybe I'll repurpose or do one of my projects. And then there was this little green one. I suck at this. I need to be more prepared.
Yeah, stay still a little bit. You're moving too fast.
Sorry.
Yeah, that looks like a modern one.
Okay.
The hole is smaller, the hole is
Yep.
more refined, like it's more mass produced.
Okay, so then I have this bigger one. Hold on.
Stay right there. Just stay still for a sec.
Stop. Um,
That doesn't look wrapped, does it?
It's
it looks
glass.
like it looks older. My first reaction is it looks older. Can I see the hole again? Can you angle it a little?
Like sideways a little. Yeah, that's better right there.
There.
Yeah, stay still.
I feel like that looks older. Like that looks like one of the older ones. But if you only have one here and there or a couple,
Yeah, I thought I would throw them in a lot. And And then I have this one, which is like finished, and it reminds me of a like a Pandora type of deal.
Yeah.
It's got the,
And it's not marked anything.
I mean, I
Yeah,
can't
that looks
loop in there, but
just looks like a lamp work bead to me.
lamp work.
When
Okay.
they're finished like that, it's not,
Okay.
I don't think it's early.
One more. That has the smaller
That,
hole too.
that has white inside, right?
Yes.
It might be a little bit old. It's a really nice one, but it's probably made um hmm, 80s somewhere, maybe probably
Okay.
China or
Is that what the
Africa.
white, is that what the white means to you? What does the white inside mean to you, Lynn?
That it's
Yeah, it's
painted or
it's bead release. So it's done on a rod and they put bead release on it and that helps get it off. That's how some artisans do it. But then back when the Murano glassmakers did it, they'd put it on a copper rod and then they would throw it in some kind of acid and it would dissolve the copper rod so there's no residue left on the inside of the hole.
Okay.
okay, I
Alright.
lied. I have two more. Sorry. This
Okay.
one is on an actual earring. My chair keeps
I
moving.
need to put you on highlight.
Let me see if I can hold it still.
That looks newer.
Okay.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does look a little newer. It's not as intricate detailed.
Okay. Now I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna make a guess on this one. This is a cheap knockoff.
Yeah, see how simple, see how rough the glass is?
Yes. Like
And
who would want to, I wouldn't want to wear this. It's so scratchy.
yeah, and it's very simplified. It's just very cheaply done.
Yes, yes. Um,
Them are pretty. Them are really pretty.
it's got your favorite lobster clasp, but the
Yeah. Th- They could be modern.
yeah, that's what I was thinking
I mean
too.
they are modern, but they're hold still ones. See that intricate design on it? That is really pretty.
Yes.
They might be Venetian beads, but more modern. If you can like pull the beads apart a little bit and see if the hole is clear, then they're probably Venetian.
No. Well, it's weird because it's got white on the inside, but the glass is white on the inside. And I got bonus hair. I don't want to break it, but it looks white on the inside.
It could be China made or India made, but
Okay.
more modern. But they're
Okay.
really pretty. I would definitely still sell that.
Yeah. Okay.
That's nice.
Cool. Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Mhm. Before I share my screen again, anybody else have any other questions? Okay. All right, so I just wanted to jump on eBay and just kind of look at some of the different ones. Now, there's not a whole lot on here, but I still thought I'd go through and show you some little details. So I have Millefiori beads pulled up and I have it sorted by highest to lowest. So this highest one is like $778 and it's really not great pictures. Here we go. They call this Java Jatim. It's from Indonesia. So they're just another variety that's made probably more modern. They call them mosaic beads as well.
Is that glass or it
Um,
looks like clay?
yeah, yeah. If you look at some of these, this is Venetian. They look like they're clay, but they are glass, and that's how they made them in the early days. They didn't have that shiny, glossy finish. They were made in furnaces, and they have real big holes. Oops. Like you see down here, it's got a real big hole in the middle. That's because they had to use bigger, thicker rods for in the furnace. And then I pulled that one up already. Here's some more Millefiori. These look, they say mid-century. They could be. They're Venetian, double-sided discs. Just another variation.
Those are pretty.
Kind of detailed. Some of these are detailed, some are more simple. This one is gorgeous.
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
this should have went for more. I truly believe this is a Murano. It's Moretti is an artist. So you can there is a couple different artists that if you find their pieces and you know that it's their pieces, you can get good money for them.
Is it signed?
I don't know how you would tell. I have never seen one. It doesn't look like there's any signature.
Those are
I think you
beautiful.
just have to research.
Moretti.
All the names that are popular, they end in I.
Mm.
And there's the earlier, these are they call these African, well, they have Venetian and African. I consider these Venetian, unless maybe there is some African ones mixed in. It might be a combination. And then wedding cake. I love these things. They are so pretty. And I used to decorate for weddings for about 10 years, so maybe that's why I'm attracted to these. I kind of like the wedding scheme. I'll go back to that one. This one is so pretty, and this is a Murano. You can just tell by the quality. It's got the little, what do they call them? It's got these little extras. Just look for the extras in there. And it's got the
Delicate
gold
looking.
foil.
Yeah,
What?
delicate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A very delicate look.
It's got very precise flowers. They're not, I mean, they are messy because you're dealing with tiny little rods of color, but they're much more intact than you'll see the Indian
Mm.
and China made ones. That one is so pretty. $225 I feel is kind of cheap for that, but yeah, maybe. Here's that one I showed you earlier. These are definite Muranos. Look at you can just see how they're wrapped. They're handmade, each individual one. They put so much time into each individual little piece. It's got them blue little, I call them candy pieces.
Lynn, is that all smooth or is that like, are those pieces like
No,
rough?
it's got some texture, not texture, it's got some swirl movement to it. It's not real smooth. Like here, you can see when they say smooth, I kind of think they mean like there's no variation in color in the base. Like
Yeah.
it's solid green. It's a nice quality glass. And this one is so pretty too. This one should have got in the 200s, I think, too. Do they have any close-up ones? This one actually has more bumps to it. I would almost think this is more modern, but still
Like a
Venetian
clasp.
made.
Somebody like that. Somebody replaced that clasp because it doesn't match.
Yeah, it didn't at all. You can see the string hanging on it.
Yeah.
Even this color is different than this. I think somebody handmade this piece because it's a mix of all different colors. Just a variety, like they're leftover beads or
Mm, for restrand, bead strand for repurposing. Yeah. So they're
yes.
selling it as
Yeah.
just beads. Man, if I get a few more,
Yeah,
I could do that.
exactly. That's what I was thinking with that one. I would save them because that's what I do is I have a little Rubbermaid full of really nice glass beads, but the necklace is broke and they need to
Mhm.
be restrung. But there's so many people that buy my finished pieces to restring them onto something they're making.
Yeah, and they do sell the beads like that strung anyway. So when you buy them, if you
Right.
make jewelry, they're already strung. Not always, but
So, yeah, exactly. I had one girl, I remember her name, but I'm not going to say it. She's bedridden and she makes necklaces. So she provides for her family by restringing, necklaces in her bed. So she would order 15 necklaces at one time just to restring and repurpose, and she made wind chimes too.
mm,
So they'll pay finished prices just for the beads. So I wanted to show you this one too, this Millefiori site. I thought was kind of interesting. It shows all the different cane options. You can see all the variety that they use to make Millefiori. Not all of them, but this particular seller. I thought that was kind of neat. And also, AliExpress sells these beads. So this one kind of gives you an overview of all the different Millefiori beads that they have. And you can kind of see the quality of them just by looking at all these pictures together. They're more transparent. Some aren't, but it just doesn't the glass look cheaper? Like it's just I don't know how to describe it. It's like this. They're all cheaper
I
Again,
get
I
it.
don't
It's
know how
not
to
as dense.
describe
It's
it.
not as, yeah.
It's the coloring in it is just not as intense or yeah. And the more simplified designs on them, just swirls.
but they look more uniform than if they were handmade by each one looking different.
Right.
Mhm.
Mass produced.
Yeah, there you go.
So then I went and I looked up wedding cake beads on AliExpress, and I was actually surprised. This was the only one I could find. I'm sure there's others. I didn't search in depth, but on the first couple screens, this was the only listing for wedding cake beads. And look at the quality of this compared
Or
to what we just looked at.
Looks like
bad.
machine made.
Mhm.
Yeah, they're transparent again, like there's not much color in them. This one's pretty. They're pretty, but look, they do have clear insides,
Hmm.
but you can just tell by the outside. Look at how messy the little designs are,
Yeah.
and there's just splotches of color in between, which I mean that's how they're made, but the quality is not there. They're not refined. But this one I thought showed it well.
Lynn,
Yes.
you may not know that you can't see her hand. She's got her hand up, just letting you know.
Oh, okay, Gina. Go ahead, Gina.
There you go.
Yes, that is Millefiori. Trying to see if they are older, newer. That's an older one right there. Well, it's hard to tell. The inside looks like it's got a bigger hole.
Yeah, it's kind of Like,
Them are probably modern Millefiori, but made in maybe India. That's
okay,
my guess. I'm not an expert at this, but
I'm not either. I just recognized them and I'm sitting here searching my piles, looking to see if I could find it because they look similar to some of the ones you were showing. Thank you.
yes, definitely use Millefiori in the title for that.
Okay,
I would
thank you.
almost some people I've noticed are using the terms Venetian and African. So I don't know if that's correct or not, but you could try because you're going to grab both people then that are looking for them.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Then I wanted to show you Fire Mountain Gem site. This one has tons and tons and tons of beads if you want to buy beads. I love this site too, but I don't usually buy any from here. But see, here's more Millefiori beads that they have that are modern. And again, you can just see the difference in the quality of these. They're just simple little flowers, one little flower, just sporadic. No details in between. The glass is transparent. Some are opaque. Here's some good ones. They're pretty. There's nothing wrong with them. They're just different. And then the wedding cake beads, this is all they had. Now look at the quality of these.
These are all made
I
in
don't even,
China or US or
I clicked on one of them and it didn't say where it was made. They are ugly. I just don't even like
yeah.
them. It does not say.
Hmm.
Usually they tell you where it's from, but
Good guess would be China.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too.
yeah. I don't even know. Does China make that bad of stuff?
Well, they're
These are pretty bad.
mass-produced. They're mass-produced, so
Right.
these aren't, I don't think, handmade. But I could be wrong. For that
Let's
price,
see.
I don't think they're handmade.
They are lamp worked. It does say they're lamp worked. It's
Oh.
vintage style, but they have this like film on them. Like it says like silver foil, but the foil's on the outside. Where if you look at the Murano pieces, the foil's on the inside.
Hey, Lynn, take a look at these real quick.
Let's see if I can hang on one second. I've got Gina pinned.
Oh, okay.
To unpin her. Okay. Now, if I pin Nicole, can you guys see Nicole big? Or is she still small?
I see her.
She's still regular size for me, but I think I have my thing.
Okay. If you guys want to see it bigger, you can hit view up on top and then hit speaker. And she'll go bigger. All right, now hold still. That's interesting.
There are a few of them on here.
Yeah, it's like somebody repurposed to use. Look at them. That is a furnace. It looks like a furnace fired. No. If it was furnace fired, the edges would be rougher. That looks like almost chopped off, like it's been cut off of another, like a strand of them or something.
So it is glass, it's not clay.
That's what I was wondering. Could it be clay?
That's what I thought
It
at
could
first
be
too.
because it looks chopped off.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would be clay then, wouldn't it?
It looks like it,
Huh.
yeah.
Although glass can be cut.
The inside's black.
Yeah, and it feels like, well, Here, this is what
It
it sounds like.
probably is clay because looking at the rest of the necklace,
Yeah,
I that's why I said that's interesting because you don't see glass beads on with them type of beads.
right.
So it's probably
Okay.
clay.
Like, okay, thank you. No more sharing, I promise.
No, please, because that's all I have.
I have too many of these types of things and they just sit in piles. It's a good thing Carrie's not here because she would yell at me with all the boxes. Is she sick?
Yeah, she's sick today. She was
Every
running fever yesterday. I hope she's better today, but anybody else have any jewelry questions? Got a quiet group today. My fill-in talking is not I
Aw,
just can't sit and chat like Carrie can. She's so good at that. I don't have anything to talk about. Anybody have any good finds? Any good sales this week? I'm looking at mine right now. I had a really good week. I almost think I had a top week ever.
nice.
Um,
Great.
yeah, so it was a really good week. And I really believe that it's what I've been doing for the past 3 weeks. It could be a combination of two things. So all the way up last year till December 31st, I eliminated 1,000 items out of my 5,000 item store. And I think I got the oldest items out and the worst items out that I could. I still have more to go. And a lot of the stuff I still have to go is lots. My lots of necklaces that are thin chains, and I put 10, 12 together in a lot, and they're just not selling. So I need to like take all of them out and either put them in a scrap box, sell them. They don't even sell at the flea market because the flea market people want bigger, chunkier, beaded. They don't want the cheap beads. They want glass beads. I mean, they're particular too. So I don't really know what to do with all of these. I think I just need to get rid of them, put them in a scrap lot, and mix it with other things, bracelets and earrings and everything, and sell it that way. So that's one thing that I did that might be starting to affect my store for the better. And the other thing for the past 3 weeks, I've been doing a sale on the weekend. So I do it, start it Saturday morning, end Sunday night, and then Monday, I don't have any sales going on except for my shipping discount. Um, and throughout the week, Monday through Friday, I send out offers every day. So I save up all my watchers over the weekend and then send out my offers all week long. And it seems to have been boosting my sales. Of course, I was nervous because I didn't have any sales going on Monday and Tuesday, and that's the slower days. But sending out the offers, by the time I went to bed, I've had 10, 12 orders come in.
Oh, wow.
So it's been beneficial. And I I don't know, it could be the combination of the two things going on.
What about
So
lotting up because I was surprised, those two lots, they sold for me within 4 days, 5 days of listing them. And that silver tone lot, it had a mix. It had some sign stuff, but very little. And it was all silver tone. So maybe mixing those gold chains with other gold tone jewelry and throwing in a couple of sign pieces to increase the value of the lot.
I could do that. I think what my problem was, they were all thin chains with a pendant on them, and that
Oh,
was the problem. Nobody
okay.
wants that stuff. Uh, So putting in bigger, chunkier chains and maybe some earrings and I just like you said, like we were discussing how much time did that take you to set that up
So, but
rather than
this was my first time setting up a lot like that. So I was, fumbling and I think as you do it, it gets easier, but I think like maybe max it 20 pieces because I just kept adding. I'm like, no, it needs more color. It's too bland. Let me add a splash here, a splash there. And I overthought it. I think the next time, limit it 20 pieces, a good mix, you know, a couple of brooches, couple of bracelets, couple of necklaces. One of those necklaces had a pendant. Actually, two of them had pendants. But then I threw in a pair of earrings that kind of matched those pendants. And it didn't necessarily come with it because you know how much time I spent trying to make my own little sets out of random pieces. Well, that didn't pay off, but adding that into this lot did. So, you know what I mean? And
then I feel like if you get to a certain point, like you get up to 20 pieces and you start putting in more pieces, that's not even going to be beneficial to the lot. Like nobody's going to pay over a certain amount anyway for that particular type of jewelry. So you just need to quit at a certain point.
Yep.
I've taken like the pendants and put like or like broken jewelry pieces, and I'll put them in a lot of, I don't know, 35, 40, and I usually get about $20, and that's not even at a pound. And then I throw the chains in a lot and list them as tangled because some people like that. I have a particular girl that lives near me that like waits for me to get her pounds of that and then pays good money for just tangled crap. So
maybe it's like a puzzle to them,
right?
Well, I have it
in front of the TV
looking for gold.
Yep. I have a death pile, and that is what I do. And when I untangle, that's what you focus on. So the word tangled, if you don't end up selling it in whichever way you decide to post it, if you just tangle it all up in a mess, people like that. And they also think they're going to find a treasure in there sometimes, but don't imply that, just tangled.
Well, that's funny because everything I have is in an individual little Ziploc bag. So for me to take everything out of a Ziploc bag and throw it in a lot and mix it, oh gosh, that's hard to do because you're thinking, I'm saving this person so much time by just putting it in a Ziploc and sending it to them individually. But I see totally what you're saying, Gina. It's probably the best way to sell because everybody loves mystery lots now, and the lots are going for good money, like on Goodwill especially. But
yeah, those prices
I'm
are
just gonna have
nuts.
to try a different method.
It's just worst case scenario. Like if you get to a point where you're just wanting to get rid of it, make a mess.
Yeah.
People like me like a mess. So
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do what Nicole did and do a staged one and try to pull in some decent ones, and then I'll do a messy lot. And I'll do the experiment too with you and see how it goes. That's my goal for the week. I'll get that done. Because I have been saving scrap for 3, 4 years now. I have never sold scrap lots because I always think I'm gonna need a clasp, need rhinestones, need this out of it. So what I've been starting to do is pulling all the rhinestone scrap pieces and throwing them in a separate box. So that way I have my rhinestones all in one particular box. But then I never have the right size, right shade, the right color, the right, you know.
I know that game.
But
yeah, what
it's
I've learned
time.
here. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
What I've learned from Carrie in this group is it's like you're just supposed to kind of get rid of whatever because it's not making you money sitting there. Like, because it is rare that I find a rhinestone that fixes something, or the clasps and stuff. Yes, that's definitely, but those are cheap. The rhinestones, when you pull them off, a lot of times all that stuff comes off with it and it messes it up. And then when you glue it, it just looks a mess. Because I've tried, but she said if it's just sitting there, it's not making you money.
Yeah, and it probably just needs to go away. It's probably not going to make me money, whether it's sitting here or gone. It just needs to go away. I probably won't make money. I don't feel like I'd make money on it because I've taken the stuff out of it that could be beneficial for the person that's buying the scrap, unless they're making jewelry, trees, or yeah, I mean, it's not even rhinestone stuff because I've taken all the rhinestone stuff out of it.
To
It's
sell it as a
crap
craft,
scrap.
like a craft scrap repurposing lot.
Hey, Lynn.
Yeah, Sherry.
Yeah, I purchased at a fundraiser for the animal shelter for the fire victims or whatever in wherever it was, Palisades. I purchased a lot for $35 and
Hey, buddy.
wondering if you would want to take a look at it. And but I'd have to do it on my phone, so I would log out of this and log back in on my phone. Would you want to do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Okay,
we can
cool.
do that.
Okay, I'll be right back on my phone because it's easier to control than the tablet. Okay, I'll be right back.
I have a
Yeah, and I have my inventory is getting fuller again. So the shelf that I have all my scrap on is needing to be used for good inventory. So I have to clear it out. I have to do something with it. So my my line is going down and down and down. I got three shelves left to fill with my little, Ziplocs inventory. And then I have to move to the shelf that's full of crap. So I'm gonna have to move it fast.
I primarily right now do scrap while I learn, and I do craft lots, and they sell. I have people that keep coming back, like put flowers with flowers because people like flowers and butterflies and dragonflies, and that's it gets them there. And then just craft lot junk drawer.
Mhm.
That's
What
primarily what
sizes?
I do. I'll take like about a pendant size, like broken jewelry when it's when you have like a broken necklace that. Here, let me try my camera again. I'm going to turn it. I think I faced. Oh, no, I want to see my mug. Sorry. Okay, so like something like this when it's broken. I take something like this and I will put that along with like 35 other pieces or whatever and say, oh, broken craft lot, junk drawer, just pieces like crappy bracelets. Because I feel like that, because then I'm using everything. A lot of people look for things like this for, crafting, but
Yeah.
just
I did mine
broken
in a
pieces.
small flat rate box, and I packed it in. And the last picture, and this is Meg helped me so much because I picked her brain. Poor thing, I probably made her sick. So the last picture of my listing, I showed the box filled with all those pieces, and it was so easy to just ship it out. And because some of this, in my listing description, there will be broken and there will be wearable, like a mix. So I didn't have to worry about like, oh, do I have enough padding? Like I didn't have to worry about any of that. It definitely motivated me to make some more. So
Yeah, I will do that. That's my promise for this week. I'll let you know
cool. We
next
can
week.
make lots together, Lynn. Yay, we can have a lot.
I'm
Sounds
ready,
good.
Lynn, whenever you are.
Okay,
Okay,
we're ready.
I'll pan across. So it's some old, some new. I got all of this for $35. And I don't really sell jewelry, so I guess I'll probably just put it in a lot. But I'll show you a few of the more interesting things. This is missing a pearl or whatever, missing a rhinestone and a pearl, but it's a little box or a little like. Hold on, let me
Drink it.
open it.
Like a
It's
little
like a little
That Millie.
address book or
Oh,
something.
oh wow.
That's cute.
Yeah, and it has no markings on it. I already examined it. But it looks like it used to maybe go. Oh, it looks like, yeah, it used to maybe go on a necklace. And I did
I
Google.
Just
lens.
just your panning over that whole lot. I'm like $35. I would have bought that.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
you
really?
already made your money back
Oh,
because there's
yeah.
one piece in there that
Where?
is
Right
$35
there,
or
that
more.
silver one right there,
This?
huge. Yeah,
To me, this looks like it's from Pier 1 Imports, that store.
Yeah, India
it could be.
made.
I
Yeah,
mean,
with that
that was like,
clasp.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah, it's still nice piece.
You had a abalone brooch with onyx that I've sold before. That one right there. Yep.
yeah,
The
this is,
brooch,
oh, uh-huh.
the brooch behind it. Yep, I've sold that. I think I sold that for under 30, but definitely above 20. I think it sold it for like 24.99.
Pretty.
And yeah, it's pretty.
Oh,
It's signed.
it's
Doesn't have
Yeah, it is
It's,
signed. Is that Texaco?
Brooke, it's alpaca or
Alpaca.
something.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
not real silver. It's just they call it alpaca silver.
Oh, okay. And then these earrings. Is that a set or I
Looks like
don't
it.
know.
Oh,
And
maybe
then
not.
this is kind of neat. It's kind of heavy. I don't know if it's
That's cool.
anything.
That
Yeah.
them chunky silver hinged bracelets do great. I mean, it's probably 35. I don't know,
Oh,
Nikki, what would you put it at? Nicole?
The bracelet.
Yeah.
Mm, it's gold tone or silver tone?
it's kind of Gilver.
Silver. I like that. That's a new one for me. Yeah,
Cool.
I would do like 27.99 and then go down maybe
Okay.
24.
I just wanted to help the charity. So look, these are cute. They're from somewhere. They're little baskets. I mean, I don't know if anybody would want them, but another one is this is Monet. It's a it's like a Valentine's one.
Cute.
And
Oh,
then
perfect. Get that up right away.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll put that up today. Oh, it says happy birthday. So I guess it's not Valentine's. So it could go up anytime. Um let's see. Yeah, happy birthday and a little bench and I'll never stop loving you. And
That
then
necklace looks like the beads Lynn was just talking about. Those look like
yeah, I know.
Yes, that right there, I was saying that's worth the $35 lot. Oh, them are some nice ones.
yeah, definitely unique and different.
Hmm, okay. And then there's
Yeah,
this looks
a good
cheap.
one.
This has got
Yeah,
that.
that's a common modern eye, they call them eye beads.
Yep.
Evil eye.
Yeah, it's like the protection eye or whatever. Looks like something you get at Venice Beach for $5. This was working. I think the battery just died, or maybe I beat it up. It's just a fossil watch, but that's probably worth something. Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll need to rewatch Larry's thing from yesterday, and then this
Oh,
is.
look at that
Very
I think
nice.
it's all dirty though.
breastplate.
Is this something people would buy? It's dirty.
Oh, yeah. No, yeah, definitely is it didn't look like it would had too many missing rhinestones, which is rare. Doesn't look
Looks
like it's missing any.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one rhinestone on top, you might want to disclose that has some foil problems, but just disclose that.
and the
And
bottom one. That was weird. It looks
it
like it's
looks
been
like,
replaced.
yeah, I was gonna say there's a couple that look like they've been replaced,
Yeah.
but I
On the
would still
left
try to
side.
sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. And then there's this one. Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty, it's a common older
basic.
one, clear rhinestone.
Oh,
Oh, it's a dress
it's
clip.
oh, okay. Huh. Would I put that one with this one and put it in a lot for two or no?
Um, you could.
And then this one is missing some stones. I don't know if this is.
That
I
looks
don't.
pretty rough.
Yeah, it looks nicely
Is
made
it
on the
marked?
back,
Ooh,
but
it does have a mark
In the middle. Or no,
look
right there
right
at the
here.
top.
on the right.
Let's see.
Trifari. It's not Trifari, is it?
I don't think so. I was trying to use the Google Lens, and my friend and I couldn't make it out.
The other way, I think.
Yeah.
Go back the other way.
David? It might be like
I
David
know,
or
it looks
something.
like
IE.
to me.
Yeah.
Is it?
Did you use a magnifying glass, Sherry?
I used Google Lens. I zoomed in, but yeah, I can.
PEIROD or Purod or I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either, but it looks nice on the back, like good quality, you know, the soldering and all that looks nice,
Yeah.
but the front, I mean, is that even worth selling? I mean, or no?
Yeah, people
Well,
would
with
use
the
the stones.
with the name on it, that might help sell it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me
Okay.
see if I can find the name.
And then there's this. This would be good for Valentine's.
Cute.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cute.
Some nice older pieces in there.
Yeah, there's some, and then there's some modern, like this is Ralph Lauren from Bloomingdale's. You know, there was
Yeah,
it was
that's
just all kinds of stuff, and then
What a
I
great
like.
buy for 35.
And I'm helping the animals. Look at these little lobster earrings. Sometimes people that go to those crawfish festivals, you know, and
yeah.
use the keyword Zydegoat, that kind of music, you know. Have you heard of that? Zydegoat.
Yeah.
I love it.
Uh-huh.
And then there's this. I didn't check if it's Disney or not. I don't know,
Oh,
but
yeah.
that's like
Mermaid.
Tinker. I don't know if it's I guess I would just use the word fairy if I was to list it.
Tinkerbell.
Um,
What about those earrings right there? They're like teardrop shape. The
uh,
one right by those yeah, those are those sterling?
I don't know. They look pretty rough.
Yeah, but that might be sterling though.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
No? Okay.
it is.
No.
What?
It
Wait,
is?
go back. On that hook on top,
Oh,
is it stamped 925? On the other side, I think it was. On that flat part on the top hoop
the
on the other side.
No,
let's
turn it
Just
see.
look
flat.
closely, get a magnifying glass and look at that hoop. Look with the hoop.
Okay.
Yeah, right there on the curved part.
Yeah, if
Oh,
you turn it
okay.
on the other flat, no, turn it flat.
Flat.
Turn it the
This
other
way
way, that
flat?
way.
Yeah, right there by
Yeah.
your thumb.
Oh.
No, up on top, I thought I seen a stamp. See how that's squared off like there's an
Yeah.
indentation on it?
Oh, okay. I'll look. I'll use my magnifying glass app. And then I got these. Some little rabbit lover would like these, maybe. And then this one had a tag on it for Madewell, so it's that brand Madewell. Just a little cuff. And then this one, I don't know if this is modern or not, but it's owls were a big thing like 15 years ago with some
Yeah.
people. That's
Yeah, it
new,
looks
huh?
like
That's
it.
nothing. And then let's see what else is there. Oh, these earrings right here. I don't know if they're
Sterling,
I
if the pearls
doubt.
look good.
It's hard to do with one hand. Let's see. Focus.
Sometimes just
Maybe.
move back a little bit and then come back.
I think it doesn't want to focus, but I'll look and see if those are
There you go.
sterling.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't even know the keywords for all of this, so maybe I would put it in a lot. I don't know.
Where did you get all this? Did you say? I'm
At
sorry.
a garage sale
Oh,
that
okay.
was it was for the fires, like
Oh, for the California fires?
That's a good
yeah,
watch.
for the
Ruined.
animals, for the shelter.
Oh,
I'll pay you 35 for it right now.
I'll pay you 40,
45.
50.
look at that.
Maybe
You're
I'll
selling it already, Sherry.
Maybe I'll put it up. Who knows? I don't know how I will divide it all, but what about this watch?
What does it say? I
What's
can't read
that
that.
brand?
Let
I
me see.
cannot read the
Let
brand.
me, me neither. Let me see if I can read it with my eyeballs. No, I can't. Okay, let me see.
It looks like a nice older watch if the brand is, decent.
Yeah, but I don't want to bother with all this battery nonsense. So,
Don't like
would
No,
I?
that's a wind up.
Oh,
That's just check to see if it winds, if the crown, I think it's the crown they call it, if that's loose, if you can still wind it,
uh-huh.
then it's in good shape. Well, I mean,
See if I
somebody would
can.
be able to fix it.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, let me see what else is there. Oh, these are like little Carmen Miranda type clip-ons.
Nice.
Yeah, like
Are they
the.
marked?
look like a name.
I think maybe
Yeah.
someone made them. Maybe. Oh,
No, they're marked.
That's a name.
Western Germany. Looks like Western Germany.
oh, okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. And then there's this ring. It's cute, but it's tarnished. Guess it looks kind of Art Deco. Is that what that is?
Yeah, it looks like probably reproduction.
Oh, okay. Because it's on the back. Not
I
it's
don't know.
dirt.
No, yeah, I would look for marks. Get the magnifying glass out.
This one.
That will not sell. Them type don't do any good. You have to throw them in a lot.
Oh, okay. All right. And then let me see if there's. Oh, this is cute, but it's all ruined and everything. But it
Aw.
was nice at one time.
Is that
Yeah,
is
what
that
a shame.
moonstone? The ones that are still left? Or is that pearl? Like a pearl?
It's like a pearl.
Oh, okay.
Look at these. Look at these. Look at the cut on those.
Oh yeah, nice.
Those are
That
cool.
one would be good in like a rhinestone lot because somebody would love them.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right. And then let me see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, we already look at this one?
No.
No,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
it's
Uh,
average.
yeah,
But the
okay.
back looks
Oh,
good.
it's got a
Sign.
mark.
There's a name there.
Jerry's or no?
Oh, it's M something.
No,
Is it my name?
Martin.
Marlboro.
Martin.
Marlboro.
No,
Marvella?
Marble.
Arabella, yeah.
Marvella? Marvella?
No,
think
I listed
Marble.
one like that
M-A-R
a couple days ago.
M
BOUR.
M Marbaux.
Yeah.
Marble. Okay. Marble.
Like the
Mar.
cigarettes?
Well, I guess it might be pronounced similar, maybe.
Okay.
And then
Marble.
those aren't anything special. They're modern.
No,
And
modern,
then
yeah.
there's a set of these.
Those are
These,
pretty, like abalone.
Oh, them are nice.
and then these I think are modern.
Yeah. Throw them in with
And,
the mother ones.
okay, and then oh yeah, and then these are just modern, and then this is probably like from Chico's or something, and
Mhm.
this is just some cheapo thing, and that is my. Oh, and then these are nothing special, I don't think, and that's my
Those are
oh
silver.
yeah, those are. Oh, they are okay. That's
No, I
this
said
is.
unless they are.
Oh, unless they are okay, I'll check them. So that's my $35.
Great buy.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that was awesome, awesome purchase.